First thing I want to do is say thank you to our fans. I thanked them on ESPN. I want to thank them again. Had a huge contingent of people out there in scorching heat last couple of days supporting us, and it was, the Palace, as everybody calls it, was a huge home field advantage for us in this, having to go through the gauntlet that we went through. I want to thank all of them and the Sun Belt and all the people. How this tournament was run was great. Our people, our maintenance crew on the field, and everyone else in the press box is just incredible. Win, lose, or draw, it was a first-rate run tournament. I want to thank everybody for that. And in regards to my team, I've been a head coach for 34 years, and 34 years all together. And these last 5 days, never been prouder of a group of people that could have so easily, after the way we had played for 2 months, to have just said, okay, enough, let's move on in life and let's do this and let's not worry about it. And to see the resiliency in them and see the confidence grow every single day, every single inning, everything that we went through from that point on after that loss was unbelievable, and I think they would tell you right now they think they can beat anybody at this moment in time. The offense is rolling. We're finding out pieces here and there. We had so many people step up. It was really an incredible journey watching some guys that had been really good for 20 games, really struggle for 30-some, and no one could figure out why. And then all of a sudden, this guy that had been a dominant guy on the mound or done this or done that, find himself again, and people rally around him. So I can't thank these guys enough. It was one of the greatest 5 days of baseball coach that I've ever spent, to be honest with you. It's on a little different scale than Omaha, so to speak, but it's the same type of emotion, the same type of atmosphere that you get when you're in a place like that, and your back's against the wall, and you get at certain points in time you're a strike or an out away from going home. So my hat goes off to them. They're an incredible group of young men that decided they just weren't going to quit, and I feel real good about whatever our fate is from here on out.
I guess just the love that we have for one another inside the locker room. We're all pretty close. We're all best friends, got good team chemistry, and just the fact that when we lost our first game of the tournament, it kind of hit us, woke us up a little bit, made us realize that our next game could be our last game. And from that point on, I think we found that something in our hearts and our bodies just to keep pushing, keep going. I know there's people in the locker room that are beat up, that are exhausted, tired, but they found a way to just keep pushing and just give us inning after inning. And those guys are unbelievable. We do it for each other. We do it for the coaches. And the fans have been incredible. I want to say that as well. They were here every game practically, just rooting, supporting in the heat, and I want to thank them for that. But we're just here playing for each other. That's all. Trying to have fun, trying to enjoy the last little bit of time that we have together, but hopefully we can make a nice run.
And what do you think was missing? Was that missing for a while up until this last week?
We always had it in us. We just, like you just said, we just clicked at the right time. Couldn't put it in any other words. Just we found a way. We never gave up and we never quit.
Well, I just think we know we can do it. We believe in ourselves and we believe in each other, the ones that surround us, and we always knew we had it. We just got to play for each other and just keep it rolling and just do what we do.
If everybody just does their job, everything will work out. Somebody fails, the next man to pick them up. So that's all it's about, just picking each other up and just doing what you can do for the team, doing everything that you can do.
So even though you guys have played, 6 games in 5 days, I think it was right, 6 games in 5 days. I mean, the way you guys are hitting right now, do you even want to take a day off, or you think it'll help you?
Hopefully we get some inner squads in tomorrow,
We're
in the
gonna
morning.
run polls tomorrow at 7
Doubleheader.
in the morning.
Doubleheader.
We made a couple screw-ups today that we got to work on. We'll work on them down in the corner.
Keep the body feeling good.
Run like thoroughbreds.
If there's
play like
anybody that wants to
thoroughbreds.
show up for BP, I may have to have them psychologically evaluated tomorrow.
Do you feel like you'll be able to carry this momentum into next weekend?
Oh, for sure. We had our backs against the wall, and now we just have all the momentum, all the confidence. Got to remain humble because baseball is a humbling sport, but at the same time, we're feeling good about ourselves. Just know that we're here playing for each other.
And Scott, what were your expectations today? Did you know you were going to pitch? At
Yes,
some
sir.
point?
I knew I was going to be in the mix somehow. I just wanted to be able to get out there and do what I can do best. Just no quit, no let up. Just do it for my guys behind me.
Did you think you'd be the guy to finish the game, especially even going in the sixth?
I wasn't sure how it would go. You know, there's always, I can control what I can control, but obviously there's a lot that I can't control. Once I got through the sixth, I felt really good. Seventh felt good. Eighth felt good. And then I was coming off the field in the eighth, and T told me, he's like, "Are you good?" And I told him that I'm the only one that's going to finish this game. And from there on, I just knew it was going to be it.
I think everybody in this room can relate to this. There have been times in your life where you get backed in a corner and you have to make a decision of how to respond to a certain situation, and whether or not you're going to respond in a positive way or a negative way, where you're going to man up and take on the challenge and not be afraid to fail. And I think they just got backed into the corner and go, one more game where we can't finish in the ninth inning with a 4 or 5 run lead. One more of this or that. One more of this. This will be the last time I put this on. I talked about that a whole bunch in that locker room. About, hey, if you don't think for 1 second that it's going to bother you the last time you walk out of that door, especially if you fail, you have no idea what you're missing, because you're going to be looked at as the group that didn't pass the torch to the next one and didn't pass it to the next one. And I think finally it resonated and hit home to some guys that, hey, we got to really dig deep. This just isn't getting it. And I mean, some guys stepped up to honestly let's be honest, haven't been very good at times here in the last 2 months. I mean, we've had some guys pitching that you just shake your head and go, where in the world is the guy that pitched in the first 24 games with 0 ERA or the .7 ERA that's, in the last 2 months has had a 10 ERA, and then all of a sudden they go out there and allow, somewhere in this tournament and have pitched incredibly well. We just had, guys showed up last night, and Damron hadn't pitched like that in 2 months, not one time, but that's how he pitched the whole first 20 games. Anytime I ever asked him to do anything, that was what I got, and so, sometimes, like I said, it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes you're just not good enough. The ball doesn't bounce your way. But, the offense, I think, was so prolific as an entity itself. It allowed the pitching. We made some mistakes and we did some things, but, some of those games, when guys like Damron came in, we're behind, and, so you're behind. It's like, hey, what I got to lose is go out there and get it done. It's like today, when, after that second inning, man, we're down 6-0 with Schumann on the bump. I'm just sitting there going, man, in the dugout, just keep grinding. It's so hot. The ball's going to fly out sooner or later. We're going to get a ball. We're going to get some balls in the air, and it's going to fly. Just somebody's got to stop them. Somebody has to do something to slow them down. That one inning where they had bases loaded and 1 out and only got 1 run was huge. They went back up 7-3, and it was 7-4, I believe is what it was, a 3-run game again. And you felt like it was a win, a huge win, to get off the field and not give up 3 or 4. And, we kept grinding, and, Keaton put some swings on balls. That ball skills hit the center field was huge. The double steal was a huge double steal at that particular time of the game. The kids did some stuff, but none of it works unless Kobos does what he does. None of it works. And, Scotty's been through some turmoil in his life with his injuries. We've had more Tommy John, issues of guys not coming back. It's been really it's been frustrating. It's not usually the Tommy John that's the problem. It's something else, that springs up. Scotty missed most of his whole year with a pinched nerve in his back. Heck, that guy, we're easily if we got him all year, we're easily 5-6 games better. You know, I think guy's pretty good. So, you know, it is what it is. It's all, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, that the game kind of, we all talk about the game knows. You know, I felt like we had a championship team, barring just catastrophic things happening to us. And we've had catastrophic things happen to us, and they still found a way to get it done. I'm really proud of them.
So you excited about getting to another regional?
Oh, hell yes, absolutely, no doubt, man. You know, who knows? I mean, it's such a crazy game. You know, I mean, all of it's about playing the best when it matters. You know, I've coached teams that went into regionals with 40-some wins, and we kind of limped through a regional. You know, this team, if we can get Vinny back from his sickness and, you know, get, you know, this guy and that guy, you know, within a week we can get completely healthy and ready to go again. I mean, this team, you know, they feel it. And, you know, if we can, you know, get favorable matchups and being in some places where, you know, hitter-friendly parks where our offense can really do some things, I mean, we have a chance. That's all we can ask.
Coach, even though you guys didn't score in the first 3 frames, you managed to extend some at-bats and drive up Schumann's pitch count. For you guys coming into the game, how important was it for you to get into the Georgia Southern?
I mean, you know, heck, they've got some outstanding bullpen guys, and so, but regardless, about anyone's bullpen is a step down from that guy. You know what I mean? You know, he throws that thing in a thimble, left and right. I mean, you at least the times we faced him, you know, it's hitting a mistake here and there. You know, today, the first 3 innings, we were on 4 or 5 mistakes. We fouled every one of them off. You know, down at their place last year, Lancaster hits a home run. Somebody else is, you know, we chased him, you know, because we put swings on balls, boom, right out of the gate. And today we fouled him off. And you just have to keep grinding and grinding because, you know, he's that kind of guy that, you know, you're going to run his pitch count up because he's a strikeout pitcher. You know, he's going to throw a lot of fastballs and he locates. I mean, he's a great competitor, man. I like that kid. He's one of my favorite pitchers in our whole league.